All right, man. Today was probably one of the most painful days I've had. Like, really bad. Worst day, worst psychology day, probably by far. And I don't know. Like, these habits, I'm falling back into my bad habits. And I don't know what to do about it. Um, just blew the combine and then lost 200 on the funding. But I don't want to make this video. So my bias was bearish because we're in a weekly fair value gap, and then on the hourly, man, on the hourly we tapped into a fair value gap, and I'll show you the trade that I originally took. Um, Hold up. Okay, so the trade that I originally took when I entered in was right here off of this inversion with stop at these highs, and then my TP, final TP right here, and on the 1 hour, know how to TP2 somewhere. TP1, no, no TP2. Okay, so let's go back into the 1 minute. Probably looking at this and being like, wow, man, this trade absolutely smacked. It did. It did absolutely smack. But guess what? I somehow still lost money because you know why? I have my TP1 right here, and then it didn't get hit, and then it retraced. And once it got down here, broke below this low, I put my stops at break even because I wanted to de-risk, and that's what I did. Put at break even. And then we got stopped out. Um, and then once I got stopped out, I was like, I was like, we have a 5 minute fair value gap still with SMTs at the top. And I'm like, okay. Once this fair value gap gets invalidated, I'm gonna re-enter the trade. And that's what I did. I re-entered the trade, but my entry was down here. I re-entered the trade right here, and then I had my stop at this high, and then the same take profit target all the way down here. And then as soon as I entered, I'm like, oh, I'm in drawdown already. I'm about to close this position. And then I closed my position probably right about like over here. And then I locked myself out of my funded account, out of my XFA. And then as soon as I did that, the trade went in my direction, all the way into my direction, all the way to would have been take profit. And that's where my psychology came into play, and it was terrible psychology. I mean, this trade was very good setup. It was one of probably like a setup. Inverse the fair value gap with SMTs at the top in an hourly fair value gap right here. Literally a great trade to take. I would take this trade 10 out of 10 times. And my psychology was terrible. I don't know. I should have never moved my stop to break even because my take profit one never even got hit. And I said to myself, I'm only moving my stop to break even if my take profit one gets hit, or if we make a new lower or new higher low. So like for example, if I entered, let's say, um right here. This is a bad example, but say I entered right here with stop above this high, or hold up, that's a bad example. If I entered, like let's say, yeah, entered up here with stop right here above this high, and then we come in, and then we make a new higher, a new higher low. So then I could move my stop to break even and be cool like that. But obviously, I didn't follow my plan, and I paid the price for it from blowing a funded account or blowing a combine and losing on my funded. This trade would have made me, it would have been a 1 to 7.5 RR, and I would have made probably close to $1,000 off this trade. Um, but I I don't know, like I don't even know what to do. Like it's easy to say I'm gonna fix it, but I just know in the future I feel like I'm gonna make the same mistake again and again. And like it's not my strategy. My strategy is fine. My strategy is not the problem here. It's all in my head. It's all mental work I gotta work on. And I don't know. I just gotta be more disciplined in my trading. And I don't know how to do that because I haven't been disciplined and I've been very undisciplined. I've been a very undisciplined trader. So, that was my trade recap for today. Um, very hard to look at for me right now. At least I could know when to lock myself out of my account. But it's just very frustrating to look at this, knowing that my trade would have smacked, but my discipline stopped me, or my psychology stopped me from smacking the trade. So maybe I needed this. Maybe I need to keep this needs to keep happening to me until I can fix the damn mistake. But it's rough, man. Really rough. And that's my trade recap for today. See ya.